Hey, the Thabreakmaster here, and this is Dub Thoughts, and I'm going to be talking about the dub Mawaru Penguindrum. I seen the show when it first aired, and I watched it in subtitles and stuff, and it was a good show and stuff, and I like the voices and stuff like that, but now I got an English dub, and so what I'm going to do is critique the dub of Mawaru Penguindrum. So with that being said, let's get into this. Let's get into this. So I'm going to start with the strongest person I believe is doing well in this dub so far, and that is Ringo. Ringo's performance so far in this dub, and I only watched 2 episodes, by the way. I only watched 2 episodes, but this is my first thought impressions of the dub. But the thing is, I think Ringo is the strongest person when it comes to her voice and just her you can really tell that you really feel like Ringo, really. Her crazy psychopathic ways and crap, but we can really feel that's Ringo. I like the voice. It really does fit her. I really do like that about her voice. I'm not quite sure who the person that plays her, but she's doing an excellent performance so far. So far, she's doing really well, and I think she may be the strongest person within this dub so far. So, I really enjoy her voice. I just can't wait to see how well she will do when it comes to the more emotional scenes and serious moments within Mawaru Penguindrum, because there are some crazy moments within this show. So far, so good anyway when it comes to her voice. So, good job on her. The next person I think is doing very, very good in this dub is Himari's voice actor. At least the normal Himari, when she's herself. And I'm gonna try not to spoil anything too much if you haven't seen the show, but I will say this, that she's doing a good job as well. Her voice really fits her as well. So I like it. You can't really tell. It doesn't sound like it's forced. So I really do enjoy that about the voice. And it really flows with her very well, and she's doing a good performance so far. But also, I want to see how well she'll do when it comes to the more serious moments within the show as well, because she has her own moments in this show as well. So I want to see how well she'll be able to act out Himari's scenes. So I'm looking forward to that. But she's doing good so far, so I think she may be the next strongest person here. So the other 2 characters, which is Shoma and Kanba. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Shoma, I think he's the next one in line when it comes to the characters in here. He's doing pretty decent so far. I'll say he's doing pretty decent so far. The thing I'm having a problem with, though, is that some of his deliveries aren't necessarily that well within this dub. I mean, I watched 2 episodes so far. The first episode, here's the thing. Both Kanba and Shoma had bad showings when it comes to showing the full entitled emotions when a certain event happened within the first episode. I won't say what exactly, but something happens in that first episode where things get really emotional, and I just did not feel it when it came to the dub. For some reason, it's just that they just both weren't there. Neither one of them were doing that well when it came to actually expressing the exact emotions of that scene. They should have been much more powerful. I'm not saying it was bad, but it could have been much better than what they actually performed in. So, in the first episode, but it is the first episode, that's the thing, so they're not really too comfortable with the characters, so I think that's maybe one of the reasons why they didn't quite get the performance that they needed out from that scene. But that's the problem, though. In my opinion, it just didn't feel genuine, is the thing. Like I said, again, I won't say what it is, but it just, that scene just did not feel that genuine to me. And it just, Shoma could have done a lot better when it came to him actually really showing his emotions. He could have sound more emotional. That's the thing that I was missing from his voice in that scene. So the thing is, I'll say this though, is that they were already kind of confronted with more serious scenes in this from the girls' side, because the girls' side haven't gotten anything too serious, as opposed to the men in the show, that they had to go through some pretty sad moments right from the first episode. So I think that's part of the reason why the girls may be doing a better showing than the guys right now. But Shoma is doing okay, though. When it comes to just regular performances, when just, normal, talking normal and stuff, he does pretty well in that, so I like his voice. He's like I say, he's just doing a pretty decent job so far when it comes to the overall dub of this character so far. But I think he can get even better, because in the second episode, I believe he's doing better in the second episode than he was in the first. So I think there's more room for improvement when it comes to him being Shoma, and him being more comfortable with him and getting to know him more, the voice actor getting to know Shoma. So I think he'll have a better connection and thus make the dub even better than it sounds already. So I think it can progress when it comes to Shoma's voice actor. So I think he's doing pretty decent so far. Now when it comes to Kanba, and I think he's doing the worst showing, because the problem here that I'm having is in both episodes, I think more or less in the first episode. Second episode, he did a better showing, but the problem was there was no emotional scene, no craziness going on in the episode to where it made him show those type of emotions. But the problem is, because in the first episode, yes, again, that scene, that particular scene, he didn't do the best showing as well when it came to playing it. It just didn't feel right because he was screaming. Now here's the thing: I know this voice actor. I can't quite remember his name, but I know who he plays because I know this voice. His voice is from Sayuki Reload. He was Shar Gojo. I don't know if you guys really know that show though, but he plays him, so I'm familiar with his voice. And then one thing I noticed always from this dude that he's like when he starts like screaming and have to talk fast, he has a tendency to slur words or not complete the entire word. It sounds a little muddled. I guess you can say it just sounds a little off when he goes talking really fast and stuff, and going to those high energy moments and stuff. So I think that's one of the issues I think when it comes to him. So that I think that's just his voice and how he talks, why it happens that way. So I mean I can't really complain too much about it, but I felt like he could have done more in the performance attributes of the more serious scenes in the episode, and even the second episode. I felt like you could have put more like to the character, has maybe a little more energy to it. But the second episode, he did a pretty good showing, though. I'll say that much. So yeah, the only other thing that I can have nitpick on too was the lip syncing in this episodes, especially in episode 2. Episode 2 had a lot of like lip syncing, like off lip sync. The lips weren't going with the mouth, with the words coming out the mouth. Really, I can tell, and it happens a lot when this in the second episode. And it's a little bothersome because you start to notice it kind of often. I'm like, what's going on exactly? Just like what they're saying kind of ends off a little too quick from what they were actually saying before. I think they actually even missed a line. I'm not sure though. I mean, I need to probably re-see that scene, but I'm not quite sure. It looked like they missed a line, but the whole thing is just it's like some of the lines didn't quite fit the mouth, but that's like I said, I just like little nitpicks. I noticed that, I think. So overall, this dub is actually pretty decent though, and it has room for improvement. That's what I can say. So I'm looking forward to hearing more from the dub and watching the show again because I love rewatching shows that got a dub. It's like a new experience when you're watching the show that you already seen, but in a different language. It's a totally different experience, especially in your native language. So it's a totally different experience. So I love watching this type of stuff. So I'm gonna continue watching this. Hopefully, it does get better as all the characters, all the voice actors in the show come together and connect with the characters in the show. So I just know they can probably make a better showing. I just can't wait to see more from Ringo and her performances and stuff. I feel like this dub could be something great. They just need to be able to get more comfortable with the characters and be able to get the lip sync more on point within the next couple of episodes, and get Shoma and Kamba to really get the emotions out, get the feelings out for the characters, and just perfecting the scenes better when it comes to their delivery of their lines and just becoming the character themselves. So yeah, this has been my dub thoughts for Mawaru Penguindrum. If you've seen the dub of Mawaru Penguindrum, leave your comments below and tell me what you think. I may leave a link in the description so you guys can see the first episode of Mawaru Penguindrum, but I don't know yet. I gotta see. But yeah, with that being said, like this little dub dots thing. I want to do more, by the way. So hope you guys stay tuned. So if you like this kind of content, subscribe. And so yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, people, break out.